Good afternoon, everybody. Fanman Steve here once again. It is Wednesday, August the 23rd. We are getting closer and closer to approaching fall season. Temperatures are starting to drop. I think the heat is getting towards behind us, and it'll be maybe another week or two before those air conditioners will be coming out of the window. And so today I am going to be doing a little project with my old Holmes twin window fan here. You all remember the video that I did of it last week. And if you see there on the front cover, you can see how the plastic is a little flaky. Luckily it's not brittle to where it's going to break automatically. I think I did some thinking about this, and I think I know what this is. I think this is just deoxidization to years of exposure to direct sunlight and weather. Possibly was in a house where there was a smoking environment, for all I knew. And so I'm gonna give this a good cleaning. I'm gonna take it apart. I'm gonna do it very carefully. And what I'm gonna do is that I am going to apply a coat of paint over it with this gloss white spray paint. And I'm hoping that this all goes according to plan, because the motivation of this is to add a insulation to the plastic to prevent any further damage to it. This will give it protection, and this will be like a mini restoration. So as you can see, the fan is held together with screws here, of course. You can see that the hardware there has definitely seen its better days. I'm going to see if I can try to replace those with some other screws that I have stashed around somewhere. And I think the hardest part of this is getting the fan apart. As you see the clips here that go over the window extension. I remember watching a video of a window fan that Jordan has, very similar to mine. I think his was a bit newer than mine. That you take a screwdriver and you stick it under there, and the clamps are just kind of hooked around it a certain way. And it doesn't seem like, I don't know if this was made the same way, but I'm just gonna take extreme precaution and try not to break this or damage it. You see from where this might have been or from where it tipped over that night when I recorded the video of it, from where it broke there. That's not really much of a big deal, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get this thing apart. I'm gonna give it a good cleaning. I'm gonna apply it with a coat of paint. Hopefully this should work, and of course I'm going to service it to where it'll be ready for fall season, when it's time to put the fans back in the window till the winter time. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this thing apart right now, and we will work our way from there. Okay, hopefully it'll be easy to get a good shot of this from the tripod. Well, fortunately enough, I was able to get the fan apart. It was every bit of a pain in the neck to get the clips off as I thought it would be. Luckily enough, I was able to get both of them freed, but at what cost is that this getting broke right at the very end. So now I'm going to have to figure out a way how to repair that. And if I can't get it fixed, then to heck with it. Maybe I'm just going to have to use it without the siding. But luckily enough, I was able to get it apart with some hard work. So now, it doesn't seem like the blades are as bad as I thought they would be. But I'm still gonna have to paint these just to be on the safe side. So now what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna try to get the blades freed as well as the motor, and then I can finally get the two halves cleaned up here and get these repainted. Hopefully this should go according to plan, without any further damage to the excessive wear. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get these off. I know it's going to take a little hard work to get these off. It looks like that these are just mounted on with the clamps here, but I'll try to get those loose best I can and get these freed. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all done here, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I took both of the front and back covers and I gave them a good wash. Did it with a rag, removed all the dirt and grime best I could. Looks like it cleaned up okay here for the most part. There's a little spots here and there, but I don't think it should show up through the paint. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use this Hawes satin blue color instead of using the paint that I was originally going to use. Wasn't exactly sure if that was for intended for plastic, but I'm just going to make it over with this. I'm sure that it's going to look pretty good. So, and I have the other half still drying off, and I'll go ahead and I'll do the same thing with that one. I'll find a way how to maybe like maybe make a stencil or something, and then I'll redo those. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply the first coat. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good for the most part. It may not turn out the most attractive, but I'm sure that it's really gonna benefit with the flaking of the plastic. So I'm sure that this will work out well. I'll let that dry for a little bit, and then I'll apply another coat. Probably I'll do the same thing with the other side. It's not as bad as this one, but I'll go ahead and I'll paint that over too, just to be on the safe side. So let's take it over to the motor now. Okay, so let's get back to the electricals here. These are the two motors, and this is the switch. And it is really dirty. The wiring is not as, it's a little stiff, but no signs of cracking or frayed insulation. Probably the best, the one thing on it that's probably in the best shape right now is the power cord. But these are the motors. They do appear to be dirty. It's gonna really take some work to get these cleaned. With these being C-frame motors, they're really not that difficult to service. And so, yeah. So you can see that the shaft there, they're really rusted. I'll just take like a steel wool pad and just clean those down. And I'll clean the shaft, remove all the dirt and the rust and whatnot, and get them good polished up. Do the same thing for the motor housing here, and just apply a drop or two of some oil in here, and I think these should be good to go. Doesn't seem like the switch it's dirty, but it's not to the point to where, in the condition to where it needs to be deoxidated, so I think that should be fine. I'll just take like a toothbrush here, and I'll just knock away all of those cobwebs and the dirt, get that good and cleaned up. That should be ready to go. So let me go ahead and get started on these two motors here, and get them all cleaned up, and I think we'll be in business here. Okay, so I have the motors pulled apart here, and they do appear to be pretty dirty. These are the shafts as well as the front and the back covers. I know that they're both about the same, but I made sure to make a marking on which way to put the shafts back on, because you don't want to put it in the wrong way, and it's gonna blow out towards the other direction of the fan. So I thought that was the best thing to do. I'm not going to be able to get every detail on the video here, because I'm running out of battery, and also I need to be very conservative on storage. So basically all I have to do now is clean these down. I'm going to take this SOS pad, and I'm going to clean down the shaft as well as the front and the back bearings very carefully, and take and wipe these down and clean those up. This is the switch here. You see that big spider web in there. It's very disgusting. Go ahead, and I'm going to get this all cleaned up and put back together. There's the fan halves over there. There's the other half there, and I just taped the emblem there over with a piece of duct tape, as well as the switch positions there. I think that looks really nice. So I'm just going to let those dry. I think I'm just going to apply a couple more coats, and these will sit out for maybe about a day or two. I'll store them away to where the weather will not get to them. And I think this is going to be a really nice fan. So let me go ahead and get this all done and get this project done. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. It is Thursday the 24th. I had to stop the video yesterday evening because I was running out of time as well as power. I have the phone charged today just enough to where I can finish the restoration here. It looks like these have dried up now. I did apply another coat to both of these a little earlier, so I think these are pretty much good to go. And I think they turned out beautifully. I think this is going to look really good once I get it put back together. And now we can get back to the electricals here. And what I did with these is, these were really filthy, really nasty. I just took a paper towel and I just wiped them down best I could. Looks like they cleaned up okay. And cleaned these with a steel wool pad. Cleaned up as much as the grime and dirt as possibly could. There were some rust surfaces here and there, but it looks like they cleaned up okay. and it didn't seem like these were going to come off, and I wasn't going to take any chances by trying to remove them. There really didn't see much of any need for it. So luckily I'm going to be able to get the servicing as well as the reassembly on footage today. So I'm going to go ahead. What I'm going to do is right now is that I'm going to apply some oil to both of the back and the rear bearings, and we can get these put back together and give them a good test run using my Singer sewing machine oil. I know that wasn't particularly designed for fans, but for the last 4 or 5 projects that I did with my fans, it's been working pretty well, actually. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do before the servicing, I'm just going to take this Q-tip here, and I'm just going to clean out these bearings like this. This is what I've always done with my servicings with my smaller fans for the last 4 years. Simple and easy. Just put that to the side. Do the same thing for the back. Okay. So now all I have to do is just apply some oil to the bearings here. Like so. And now the other one. Try to remember how I did this. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing for the other end. So I'm just going to make a little mess here. Pretty sure that this is the right way that I put it in. Apply a little bit to the back there. There we go. Going through this way. Same thing with the other. Okay, great. Okay, now I will do the same procedure with the other motor, and I guess this will be, I think this should be good to go. Okay, everybody, and so now the reassembly begins. I guess that looks like that turned out okay with the Holmes emblem printings there. Not the most attractive, but I think this is gonna work out just fine. So it's pretty simple of how these were mounted to the fan, basically. Pretty sure they go like this. No, I'm wrong. Okay, so go into place like this. Clean that out a little bit more. Okay, I'm sure that this is how it was done. If I have to, I'll just go back and watch the video of how this was all done. Still trying to be very careful with this here. I'm going to damage it just before I can put it back together. Okay. Should we do this like this? Okay. Hopefully I got this right. Okay. Okay. These are the blades here. They pretty much retain the same color. I just painted the back of these, but since, you know, the back will be facing towards the other way, That's going to give it more protection against the sunlight. I pretty much left the other side as is. It really doesn't seem like it was as bad as the outside of the fan itself. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put these on very carefully. Now the other one. Okay. Okay. Some of the hardware I may have to replace, which really shouldn't be a problem. This fan's not going to win an antique fan contest, but I want it working and I want it durable. Okay, now I just need to find some screws. Okay. Okay. All done. Project complete. The fan has been fully restored now. I am very happy with the way this turned out. I think it looks pretty good, and I'm happy to say that this project came in full circle. You see from where I think that turned out pretty good too. I just took a piece of tape and put it over the labels there, to where I didn't have to worry about having to re-stencil those. I even repainted the switch knob there. I just painted it an enable white. No rundowns, no cracking. Very happy with this. Let's have a look at the other side. Back of it looks spectacular. Still gonna have to be careful with the pack though. And if need be, I probably will coat it again before it's time to put it in the window, just to be on the safe side. So I've decided that I'm not going to put the siding back on. I'll think of an alternative, to use as an extension in the window when I get ready to use it. It's really not worth the trouble to put it back in, at least in my opinion. I guess I'll go ahead and I'll plug this in now, and I will give you all a demonstration. Okay, here we go. Okay, everything is working properly. It's running very smoothly. Still doesn't seem like that the other side of the fan is running evenly with the other, but just after oiling it, I'm going to give it time to work itself in and see what it does, but I'm pretty sure it'll improve the more I use it. Okay, let's drop it down to low. Okay, great. Very happy with this. Can't wait to get it in the window in the fall. So there you have it, everybody. There is a restoration of my 1990s Holmes window fan. I hope that you all have enjoyed this little project. Hopefully, if it starts to cool down, maybe sooner than later, that'll be the next time that you'll see it again. So, well, I hope that you all have enjoyed, and I will see you later. And bye bye.